Hey guys, tonight we're on the sun-drenched plains of ancient Greece. The air is filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the distant chirping of cicadas. Imagine you've just ended a long journey, dragging dusty sandals when you hear an ancient legend, like a whisper from the gods. This story's so captivating that time will slip away, and you'll be too drawn in to survive. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Before you settle in, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And if you're watching from somewhere far away, drop a comment with your location and local time. Now dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. You're at the heart of the Acropolis in Athens, with the Parthenon towering above, a symbol of wisdom and power. This is where our story begins, with Athena, the goddess of wisdom, known for her indomitable spirit. She's about to face a challenge that will test her creativity and originality in ways she's never imagined. The stakes are high, and the outcome will determine the fate of a city. What was the challenge, and how did it lead to the invention of the olive tree? Things are about to get interesting. The divine competition begins with a rivalry between gods that would make even the most seasoned of us feel a bit uneasy. You stand in the center of the Acropolis, where the air is thick with anticipation. Poseidon, god of the sea, brimming with raw power and a bit too much testosterone, faces off against Athena, goddess of wisdom, whose sharp gray eyes and quiet confidence exude an air of calm. The rules of the contest are as quirky as they are ancient. Each god must offer a gift to the city, and the people will decide which one is more valuable. Poseidon, always the show-off, strikes the ground with his trident, and a magnificent saltwater spring bursts forth. The crowd gasps, but then they taste the water, salty and undrinkable. Typical Poseidon, all flash and no substance. Athena, on the other hand, takes a deep breath and reaches out to touch the earth. From her gentle touch, the first olive tree emerges, its leaves shimmering in the sunlight. The crowd marvels at its beauty, but is also curious about its practical uses. This moment marks the beginning of a tradition that will define Athenian culture for centuries to come. The olive tree, with its versatile fruit and sturdy wood, becomes a symbol of wisdom and prosperity. But there's a quirky twist. The Athenians don't completely overlook Poseidon's salty spring. They see it as a reminder of the sea's importance to their city. So, they build a temple to Poseidon near the spring, creating a balance between the gifts of the two gods. Standing in the shadow of the Acropolis, the scent of olive blossoms fills the air, and the whispers of the past seem almost audible. In Greek mythology, the olive tree is Athena's sacred tree, and its creation is a momentous event. Its leaves are woven into crowns for victorious athletes, and its oil becomes a symbol of wealth and health. Yet, there's a quirky twist. The Athenians don't completely overlook Poseidon's salty spring. They see it as a reminder of the sea's importance to their city. So, they build a temple to Poseidon near the spring, creating a balance between the gifts of the two gods. Historians still debate whether the olive tree's significance was purely symbolic or had practical origins. Some believe it reflected the agricultural importance of olives in ancient Greece, while others think it was a way to honor Athena's wisdom. Either way, the olive tree became a cornerstone of Greek civilization, its branches extending far beyond the city of Athens. Athena stands on the Acropolis, overlooking the budding city. Her mind races with ideas for a gift that will truly benefit the city. Then, in a flash of insight, she recalls a tree she once saw in a distant land. It was sturdy, resilient, and its fruit had multiple uses. The olive tree. But here's the quirky part. Athena doesn't just think of the tree. She envisions its potential. She imagines olives being pressed for oil, the wood used for building, and the leaves offering shade. It's a moment of pure inspiration and a practical solution to the city's needs. People needed food, fuel, and shelter. And the olive tree could provide all of that and more. Where did Athena's inspiration come from? And how did she transform an ordinary tree into such a significant symbol? Let's keep exploring. The moment Athena's inspiration became reality is almost magical. With a gentle smile, she touches the earth, and a sapling emerges, quickly growing into a full-grown olive tree. The Athenians, gathered to witness the contest, gasp in amazement at the tree's beauty. But it's not just the tree's appearance that captures their attention. It's its potential. Athena steps forward, plucks an olive from the tree, and hands it to the nearest citizen. After a moment's hesitation, he takes a bite. His eyes widen in surprise at the rich, savory flavor. He passes the olive to his neighbor, and soon the entire crowd is tasting the fruit, their faces lighting up with delight. Athena watches with a sense of satisfaction, knowing her gift has been well received. But there's more. As the people taste the olives, they begin to realize the tree's many uses. They see its wood as a valuable resource for building and fuel, its leaves as a source of shade and medicine, and its oil as a precious commodity. The olive tree isn't just a symbol of Athena's wisdom. It's a practical solution to their everyday needs. In the days following the revelation of Athena's gift, the city buzzes with excitement and curiosity. People are experimenting with olives, discovering the fruits, leaves, and wood's various uses. Olive oil becomes a staple in their diet, used for cooking, lighting lamps, and even as a cosmetic. The wood is sturdy and perfect for crafting tools and building materials. The leaves are woven into crowns for athletes and used in traditional medicine. The tree becomes more than a practical resource. It's a unifying symbol. Representing peace, prosperity, and Athena's wisdom, the olive tree is celebrated during harvest festivals marked by rituals and festivities. Its cultivation spreads across the Greek countryside, becoming a vital part of Greek civilization. Historians still debate whether the olive tree's spread was driven by practical needs or cultural significance. Some argue its economic value was the primary factor, while others believe its symbolic importance made it a key part of Greek identity. Walking through the narrow streets of ancient Greece, the air is filled with the aroma of olive oil. Olive groves stretch across the countryside, and the tree's importance is reflected in the art, literature, and daily life of the people. The olive tree has become a cornerstone of Greek civilization, spreading from Athens to other city-states and beyond. One quirky fact: the olive tree's hardiness contributed to its spread. Unlike many other plants, it thrived in the rocky, arid soil of the Mediterranean. Its deep roots allowed it to survive droughts, and its ability to regenerate from stumps made it nearly indestructible. This resilience made it the perfect crop for ancient farmers facing harsh conditions and limited resources. The olive tree's influence extends to the economy. Olive oil becomes a valuable export, traded across the Mediterranean and beyond. It's used as currency, a gift for the gods, and a symbol of wealth. The tree's cultivation creates jobs, supports communities, and strengthens the Greek economy. In a cozy Athenian library, surrounded by scrolls and manuscripts, scholars from across the ancient world gather to discuss the mysteries of the olive tree. One quirky fact: a theory suggests the olive tree was first domesticated in the Levant and then spread to the Mediterranean through trade and migration. This challenges the traditional narrative and highlights the complex journey of the tree and its uses. It also raises questions about cultural exchange between ancient civilizations and how ideas and resources traveled across borders. As you listen to the scholars debate, you can't help but notice the passion in their voices. The olive tree isn't just a plant, it's a symbol of identity, a source of livelihood, and a link to the past. Its history is intertwined with the history of the Mediterranean, and understanding its origins means understanding the roots of an entire civilization. Leaving the library, you're greeted by the warm sunlight once again. You find yourself back in the olive grove where the scent of olives fills the air and the leaves rustle gently in the breeze. It's time to reflect on Athena's enduring legacy and the timeless lessons we can learn from her gift. One quirky fact, some olive trees in Greece are over 2,000 years old and still bear fruit, standing as living monuments to the past. These ancient trees remind us of the lasting impact of Athena's gift and the connection between the past and the present. How did the olive tree become such a powerful force? How did it transform from a divine gift to a symbol of an entire civilization? And how does Athena's gift continue to influence our lives today? As night falls, the olive grove grows quiet. A gentle breeze rustles the leaves, creating a soft whisper. You feel a deep sense of peace, as if time has stood still. The olive tree's branches cast soft shadows in the moonlight, and you can't help but close your eyes and embrace the tranquility. Athena's gift is more than a tree. It's a story of wisdom, creativity, and lasting impact. It reminds us that profound wisdom and strength can be found in the most ordinary things. Symbolizing resilience and adaptability, the olive tree teaches us to value natural resources, respect the past, and prepare for the future. On this peaceful night, you drift off to sleep with a sense of awe for Athena's wisdom and hope for what tomorrow may bring.